out now on DVD if you do fancy it. Anyway, we'll go for Child 44 next, where we saw again back in April. Joe, you sat this one out for good reason, because it's...
The first thing I need to say is that Child 44 is a Russian set film with no vodka.
And no Russian people.
No Russian people. Not a single drop of vodka or Russian actor.
That's why there's no vodka, because there's no actual Russians.
With the most standard Russian names that you will ever get. Also, like, not one drop of vodka.
It's based on a book, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So can't really argue too much about that.
Not one drop of vodka.
No, that's a shame.
That is the crime number one.
Think back to a film we saw at Christmas called Leviathan, which had loads of vodka in.
Jesus
They were
Christ.
shooting things outside in the cold.
That was like 75% alcohol. That film.
Oh yeah.
That was literally like cups, full plastic cups of vodka,
Yeah,
drinking them like water. That's Leviathan.
Yeah.
That's Leviathan.
That's proper Russia.
That's worth
Yeah.
checking out. But anyway, Child 44 is, well, you know.
It's not good at all.
No.
I can't possibly slant on the book because I haven't read it, but I mean, it's supposedly quite decent. You know, I mean, it's got good reviews.
It got a film made out of it.
There you go. I mean, if you get a film, well, actually, I'm not even going to say that because of them truly terrible book and film adaptations. But yeah, I mean, Trial 44. It's a politically charged serial killer thriller, if you can call it politically charged,
or a thriller.
Or a thriller set in 1953 Soviet Russia, which is chronicling the crisis of conscience for secret police agent Leo Demidov, played by Tom Big Guy Hardy,
who should know better.
What's his next film, Tom Hardy, actually?
We've got Legend coming up.
Oh yeah,
obviously.
but of course, after that, like
I don't know.
The Revenant.
The Revenant. There you go. That's the one I was
Yeah.
thinking of. Yeah, who loses his status, his power in his home when he refuses to denounce his own wife, Racer, played by Numi Rapace, another not Russian, who's actually not Swedish. Actually, she's American. Is she?
Swedish.
She is Swedish, yeah. As a trader, exiled from Moscow to a grim provincial outpost, they have to join forces with General Mikhail Nesterov, played by Gary Oldman, who's in exactly the same role as he always does these days.
Mm-hmm.
But on a little side note, what was that film that you were surprised by that Gary Oldman was nominated for the Oscar for? Was it True Romance?
Could have been True Romance.
Yeah,
he's not in it very long, but he got nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah.
I mean, he's very good in it. He's very good for the 10 minutes he's in it, but yeah.
He's sort of a jack of all trades, really, Gary Oldman nowadays, isn't
I
he?
remember Planet of the Apes, not being too fond of him in that. It's just, well, obviously the big role is obviously Leon. That's the one that comes to my head.
Leon, Dark Knight.
Everyone.
He's in loads of things.
He's in everything. Yeah.
But he is sort of to help them track down a killer who's been preying on young boys and vulnerable children. They're joined by a system-wide cover-up, which isn't for that. Well, it's sort of a conspiracy that's overhanging the whole story, where there is a system of a cover-up which is enforced by Leo's psychopathic rival villain Vasily, played by Joel Kinnaman, who is not a very good actor in my opinion. But it's just not a thriller, and it's not entertaining, it's just very, very basic. Like, and just to an indication of this, it was a 50 million budget. It made 3.3 at the box office.
Damn.
It's weird when these kind of films are on such big budgets, because you just think it's not going to make it back.
Now, if I remember back, remember Paddy Considine is the villain. Like, if I remember back, I did sort of enjoy parts of this film, but it was just so deathly boring.
And he doesn't come in like an hour in.
Yeah.
He's not in it very long.
Yeah, the last probably 20 minutes or so, I remember seeing were pretty great, because there's a great fight scene with Considine and Tom Hardy. And there's a great sort of energy about it and wit, and you can feel that there is a great story underneath there. You know, clearly that's the story of the book. There is tension there to be had, and the setting is pretty good. You know, the set design and the feel of the whole thing. But it's just such a boring, dull piece, you know. No, you don't care about any of the characters. You don't care about Tom Hardy's romance with Naomi Rapace. You don't care about any of the side characters. It's just dull, and just just don't watch it.
And I think if this film had been more popular and more readily available in the market, then maybe more would have been made of the fact, maybe on like Reddit Circle Jerk, that the accents are appalling.
Oh, absolutely horrendous.
That's the one thing that you take from this film, that none of these people can do Russian accents. It's horrendous.
Not at all. It's just such a slow movie to start, and then it just keeps on being slow. They go from location to location, they go from place to place, and it just doesn't. The action doesn't ramp up. You know, they're on this mystery, but you don't care about any of it, because these people are just, you know, you got Tom Hardy in there. He's got why was he doing that? Russian accent is probably the worst attempted Russian accent I've seen in a big film. I mean, it's just really, really bad. I mean, everything was going against this film, like for the first hour and a half, and then the last half an hour I thought was pretty good. But
yeah, it should say it's nearly 2.5 hours long.
yeah, but there's just nothing. It just has not enough steam to carry it to the place it wants to be. But when it does pick up, it's too late and it's all wrapped up. And I do like the end, and I do like that. I remember being sort of fulfilled by it. But it just, if you don't care about the story of the characters, it's a failure. It's a true failure.
It is a true failure.
Maybe there was a better film, 2 drafts before, or a screenplay before, but no, not this time. On screen, it's a big failure.
Yes.